see our followers. It means a lot. Thank you very much.
Did we return a false start?
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. Did everyone silence their cell phones?
The same thing. I couldn't figure out how to advance.
Check.
My name is C.Y. Benavides III. I'm from Laredo, Texas.
Hello, Jerry Garza. Jerry Garza, candidate for
And little old me, Eddie Aldrete.
Famous.
Tell me when we're... Maria? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. My name is Executive Director of we are proud County Judge candidate for a forum that is held in Commerce. For our members, everyone who made the here with us and for their participate in this important community. As a chamber, voters and civic engagement are essential to a strong and a strong community. Our role to not only not endorse candidates, dialogue on the issues impacting Webb County and our region. We also want to thank our media partners and everyone in the community who is joining today. Your support being who is on the voting is what is going to. I would like to introduce our may recognize him.
Thank you, Monica, and again, thank all of you for being here today and for participating in this process. We have the Laredo in Laredo, the job create provide. Briefly go over some of the rules of the is intended to inform voters on where the two candidates stand on the issues that impact your everyday life. Each candidate will receive equal and time limits will be strictly enforced. The forum will include opening statements, moderated questions, as well as segments that we these questions into. And we're grateful that many of you have submitted questions for, and we have those to be able to ask. We will conclude by both can direct their response directly to the audience and the end on issues. We're respectful through this process so that we're free of interruptions and the voters can zero in the ended by the candidates have been submitted in writing and have been by category, put into category. Speaking order to us, come and start out question. As we statement have questions, as we discussed with both of you, so we're delighted to start statements, and we will.
Eddie, appreciate it. Before anything, I want to thank the Laredo Chamber of Commerce, this venue, and for KGNS in assisting, helping put this debate to everyone who's afternoon. Several months, you, the candidate county judge, about our goals, our plans, our visions, Webb County, and to make a very important, and is going to impact tens of thousands of families all across Webb County. Now, from the very beginning, my campaign has been very simple, and its core values have been very simple, and it's things that we all share: our finances, and that position for inexperience or for on-the-job training. It requires leadership. It requires experience, and it requires someone with the right temperament to be able to work and bring this community together. I am the only candidate in this race who has been there on the front lines of county government, working on projects for the people of this community and helping move our community forward. But more importantly, I understand the challenges that families face every day because I live them as well. I know what it's like to work hard. I know what it's like to raise a family, pay bills, and try to get our kids to have a better life than we did. I hope
event and having a wonderful time putting the talk. Nothing. He does not advocate for you, the people. I am your candidate, and I will do everything possible to make sure that we save your dollars, because we know how hard it is to make those payments, and we know how to advocate. Furthermore, I'm there to support you. If you need some at those assistance, so that your properties can be protected.
One follow on this topic, if there, how would
Do
you?
we have a rebuttal?
You can.
There's a rebuttal. And I think that, first of all, I think you probably need to get a little bit more research. I am not a Webb County liaison. It is a board member for the appraisal district. But I think it's very, I think it's ironic that Mr. Benavides is talking about paying taxes when he has been sued numerous times for not paying his own taxes. You and I, we don't get that opportunity. You know, we pay our taxes like we do every year. But Mr. Benavides has government because he's been paying them. I think that's wrong. I think that somebody who understands paying property tax should be in a position where they're requiring people to pay property tax.
I guess it didn't take that long. But guess what, guys? My family is in the top 15% of taxpayers. And I've always paid my taxes. That there may be a glitch here or there. All was you guys know that sometimes you're late on that payment, and get at some point somebody hurt me in a way that I had struggles, but I fought back. Just like you do, and like to make a better Webb County. Don't ever be, but watch why.
My work with infrastructure goes beyond talking. It goes with actually doing action. In our time as Webb County Commissioner, the Webb County Commissioner's Court was the lead in working with the MPO and the City of Laredo in getting all that construction that you see right now out on Loop 20 approved and working toward what you are seeing right now. Those are the types of infrastructure projects that are important. Those were the types of infrastructure projects that I participated in not only securing the funding, but in also making the project a reality. I was also part of the Commissioner's Court that brought in the Regional Mobility Authority, which is bringing in roads, Ruthinger, and via Seals, connecting Mines Road to Interstate 35. Those roadways and a lot of that. My friends, I have been on the front lines projects, so I'm not going to things that I may do. I'm going to show you the things that I've actually done. And as county judge, we'll continue to expand and work to do that as a commission what I could judge.
So this is infrastructure question. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, what we're about just doesn't really hunt because the streets of Laredo, guys. We have problems that exist right now that are not going to be taken care of with the dollars that are being spent today. We need to have much greater vision to be able to communicate to the staters that will help us generate the actual funds and with the actual movement of light speed, because what's necessary in our community cannot wait around for a couple of years. And guess what? It's been 20 years since he's been in office. And what really happened here? Nothing. Kids, we talked about with the valley, guess what? We lost. Even though we have more money, more dollars, and more ability, we have lost leadership that we've lost. You guys need to know that somehow the Commissioner's Court has forgotten that we're your client. And we're going to do everything for you. You're the boss.
Any
Want to fix? Well, fund. So we went out and secured out of this funding. We're going to continue to hear could be done. Shows of success failures. Everything I've done, everything we've done, success with Laredo, the position growth.
it took 45 excuse me, Texas lead in data center construction. As South Texas competes for owners and manufacturing, reliable power infrastructure becomes more and more important. What role should Webb County play in encouraging utility investment and preparing for future growth? And Jerry will start.
We certainly need to look at making sure that we are prepared for my initiatives is a Webb succeeds 2050, making sure that we identify all of the major areas that we need to succeed over the next year, so that we are, specific center right now, actively trying to
It's about not being combative in these things. It's about bringing people together, the right companies that'll make a difference. But ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We're going to lose that race again. You know why? Because we don't have a sustainable quality water source. And until that is realized and developed, we will always be behind. But this leadership, with my candidacy, the future is bright, because I understand it and I will fight for it, and we will deliver those things. And at the end of the day, I'm the only person in the entire city that ever developed a real road that connects important bridge on our community. That's the truth. That's the reality. That's the facts.
Any follow-up?
a that was the massive failure that it was. A toll road whose whole intent was to generate profit for a company and to bypass Laredo and Webb County entirely. TxDOT purchased the Camino Colombia toll road, the failed toll road. San Antonio and Bexar County was one of cheerleaders. Why that road and benefit, not you, Webb County.
The commission got Webb County approval for the toll road. At the end, I'm the only stands. Camino can't even admit. How's he going to succeed in inner loop and outer loop? He didn't. Would have done. Ladies and gentlemen, up. We need to get our community. It will not
Talking with you. Who are we talking?
I'm to think the success of anybody, collaboration with as many entities and groups that are willing to collaborate. We've got to find those who will be situation. But now, partner is going to be the city of Laredo. 90% of the entire population of Webb County resides in the city of Laredo. As county commissioner, I represent the city of Laredo with the city and create some amazing projects within the city and the county. And so it's not a matter of just identifying one, two, or three, but it's bringing as many of these partners to the table that it's going to bring in the type of growth and activity that we need so that the entire county.
Ladies and gentlemen, with all honesty, we need to really wake up and look at the facts. We cannot do this on bridge tolls alone. community requires us state government through the governor's office. He is already to make $1 water security for our future. $10 billion right now available for leaky pipes in our community, and yet nobody's filed those documents to be able to collect that water. We got to wake up, guys. You need some people accountable. See that the people north of us in the Winter Garden area in today's paper talk about stealing that from us, stealing the ability to control the future of our water. That proactive guy. I'm the guy that's already doing the work. And then guess what? Long term, desal. That's it. The corpus, how we're going to loan you.
County of these and being co-chair, the metropolitan, exactly the boss that changes and it's bringing there as being. I understand all of the category funding from to be able to affect projects. And will work very identify the funding that your project. So you stop there in the rebuttal.
Was obvious things, right? And I'm not saying that as your chairman of the MPO is not a way that we're going to work with the system, working with TxDOT and others that make the decisions. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the only way we get funding is by population, unless we think differently. We propose to people that, hey, it's not about our population, it's about our logistic location. Forget about the triangle and what that means to us. We need to talk about how globalization States of America. And we need to show.
We get money by fighting and advocating in the right places of funding. I'll give you how I feel to be able to get the funding that we need. Not too many years ago, the end of I-35, we saw 18 up all the way to Clark and Carlton and having all those 18-wheelers on an asphalt road. Those 18-wheelers were creating massive holes and indentations on the roadway, creating a safety issue. We went and fought because the government said that it was population-based, and we said no.
All right, question number 3 from the audience. International trade is a major economic driver for Laredo and a source of income for thousands of local families. At the same time, many residents have noticed vacant warehouse space on the Mines Road corridor and along I-35, as well as a growing number of trucks, tractor trailers for sale. What specific strategies would you pursue to strengthen cross-border trade, support the logistics and transportation industry, and help stimulate job growth in that sector? We'll start with you, Jerry.
Yeah, you've seen all that, and it's no coincidence that a lot of that started when the tariffs were announced by our president, of which you donated $25,000 to his campaign, thereby effectively creating this economic problem that we have for our international trade community and for our international trade industry. They are hurting. I have spoken to countless business owners in international trade that say it is not the same. But we are in a position as local government to be able to work to advocate for our communities, to be able to make sure that we are attracting those warehouses or attracting businesses to fill those warehouses, businesses that are suited for manufacturing, to be able to finish products, to be able to produce things just like we did many, many years ago. We need to bring that back to our community. Less than 1% of our workforce is in manufacturing, and that provides, that industry itself is going to provide the single biggest opportunity for our county.
again, you manufacture, and you know, like sophisticated people that are doing the business and helping the president. And we currently live in the United States of America. We have the right to work with whoever we want. But ultimately, what kind of leadership would you have if you didn't have somebody that could talk and work on both sides of the aisle? Current Senator Judith Saffirini has donated over $7 to Greg Abbott, a Republican, donated to the Senate. So guess what, guys? Environment, that's the way everybody's going to register for this community and bring in real change. At the end of the day, and the people that are working transportation, they will find your.
It's been said that Texas is shy 10,000 electricians. As well as there are in the skilled technician, diesel mechanics, and that do knowledge. Would you prepare for tomorrow in order to see prosperity?
I think it's very clear. It's like projects like we just talked about, working with the Boys Club and working with our local university. But guess what? I've been in conversations with Texas State Technical Institute. Laredo campus, so that we can inspire and connect those students to be able to have these vocational type degrees, so they can working in that workforce, make a difference. Make a difference, and so that we can expand those services for the community. And guess who manufactured? If we're going to have assembly, if we're going to have that skill, that's number 2 on the things necessary. Unity economically, as getting you the very best jobs, pay. The folks down in Webb County, you're going to have a leader that's going to be there for you. Not have to your boss or anybody else what you can and cannot do. Speech, life, and liberty.
Civil service already takes care of that. Commission approved that and brought protect county employees. So those already exist. But I will say this. We need to invest in our local. Why go out and city or bring out we have of Laredo producing all of those trade industry are graduating people's trades. We need to work with them to expand those opportunities for our local students. You pay taxes for Laredo College, bring in somebody from out. It makes no sense to do that. We need to invest in our home, in our own that many of us attended and that got our start. That is where we need to invest. That is where we need to focus. Laredo College is there. Are Laredoans.
I have no problem with Texas A&M. First, right here, ladies and gentlemen, that a candidate for Webb County judge would deny a technical the people that want to help the people that go leave our kind those. I coming out of it there for.
Again, lies and deception opponent. That was not the suggestion. My suggestion was you work on that thing here. Many years, our students we have here in the day and make, but less in what we have available day now, short term. Get that out. That number is not going to reduce.
Why can't we do it all? Why can't we do it all?
All right, time. All right, before we go to our closing statements, we do have one final question, and you have a minute to respond to this question. What's the one misconception or false narrative about you or your campaign that you would like to clear up at this time? And Jerry, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think one of the things that you're going to hear, and it's amazing the amount of the amount of lies and false and everything that has been spewed from my opponent's campaign about my character and my integrity. And everything that you're going to see out there, which is complete lies, because anybody who knows me knows that I am a person and honesty. But I think one of the things that you keep Jerry Garza running because he is establishments, and when he uses it as an insult, I see lawyers, retirees, all different walks of life that are supporting my campaign. That establishment, that who is out of our, and to me, that is a community of where we are headed as a county.
People that support Jerry Garza, I'm there for you. I will, and I'm not a him or his family. When you, I have, where millions spend, gentlemen, had, you know, a long 101 years ago, there was an officer in Germany, and he created a theory. That theory is called big theory. That person's name was Adolf Hitler. You've seen that. Thing attack and put on me. Do a big lie theory. If we saw enough about CY, maybe some, if it, why wouldn't they? I'm not here to be a lifetime politician of a life for you.
All right, that is closing statements. For the coin toss, we came on. Mr. Garza won, so he chose to go first in the opening, and so he will go last in the close. So I will you have 2.5 minutes. This is your final opportunity to the vote of Webb County.
Webb County, ladies and yo soy de raza. Yo soy nació Benavides III. Yo nací y me crié en un rancho. Yo uno de nosotros. Yo voy a ser tu candidato.
Too, just like you. I know what it's like to worry about providing for a family. I know what it's like to work hard. I know what it's like to sacrifice to try to have your kids have more than what you did. That's why the campaign for me has always been very simple, and it's been about 3 things: your family, your finances, and your future. You know, throughout my entire career, either in public service or not, I have fought for people that their voice was a little more silent than others, that their voice wasn't heard, people who didn't have connections, and people who didn't have power or influence. And you know why I fought for them? Because I saw myself in them. And at the end of the day, you're going to hear me say this: those are the people who I will fight for every single day as your Webb County judge.
Time.
Thank you. And God bless you.
So this concludes our forum. Find will be the next county judge of Webb County. On behalf, thank you, CY. Appreciate it, and thank you, Chair.
Appreciate you, Eddie.
On behalf of the Laredo Chamber of Commerce, a real special thank you to the 2 of you. It takes a lot to run for office. You subject yourself to criticism. You have to spend a lot of time going to various events all over town and all over the county. And so we know it's a process, but it tells us how much you care about it. So we thank you both down this path. Thank all of us here at Chamber office for tonight. Political process, which basically, if you don't exercise, all others will be you. So it's critical their voice heard, and don't forget, election is May the 26th. Begins May the 8th with the Webb County elections for your polling location, and for each poll is open and full ballot. We were providing on our unabashedly proud of being involved in having forums information directly from the candidates so that you can make up your own mind. Because after all, candidates like these are going to be say-so on the issues that impact your everyday life. So again, thank you for being a part of this process, and gentlemen, we thank both of you as well.
Thank you.